You have strong ESP abilities, strong clairvoyant abilities, strong intuition. Comment below. I have a strong intuition. Your third eye is wide open,
Hey.
and they're trying to make sure, like, yo,
Welcome to
tone it
Royal
down a
Readings by
little bit
Royal
or
Blue.
a
Let me
lot.
turn her down. I'm
No,
listening to a
never
reading
dim your
before I
light.
do a
Never,
reading.
never, because you got it. You were born.
She was giving me some encouraging words without her even realizing it. So that's what prompted me to do this reading right now. I pulled some cards, but I want to go into my spirituality card to see what comes up from the Lady Isis Oracle. And we have, wow, Rising Sun. It says the diviner solar child reborn. And wintertime is a time of rebirth, because that's when the things that pass away, like the leaves on the tree, things are going through a rebirth. So when spring comes, it can spring forward, right? So we're going through a transformation now during this winter season. So let me go ahead and tell you the card that came up for the energy of this reading, which the universe told me that I was making a powerful move by doing this reading. I have the number 15 at the top of the card right there. So maybe January 5th is significant, or the 15th of the month is significant. I'm going to tell you what powerful move means according to this. And then I'm going to go into why that card. Because if you look on here, alright, my alarm is straight up 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock p.m. is 15 in the military time. 3 is 15 military. And straight up 3. So anyway, powerful move. Let me tell you about this card. And right now at 3 o'clock, it says, excuse me. Well, I was trying to show you there's a lock and key right here. And then I had pulled this card earlier, which is key. And that key is going to solve a mystery. So within this reading, you're going to get a key to the mystery of your life. Something that you may be running away from, or that you have ran away from, is trying to come back. But you are making a powerful move. And I'm going to finish telling you what this means. It says, the time for rest is over. Change is in the air. I told you we're going through a transformating time now. It says, this is a powerful time when deliberate action is needed to move your intentions out of the realm of thought and into the material, from ideas into action, using your wisdom, what you know, how you move with it, what you do with it, how you speak it, what you say it, how you do it, right? It says, how do you approach your relationship to the invisible world as it influences the visible? That's like the virtual versus the physical. How are they similar? How are they different? Besides the obvious. What is AI now? Us in a different realm, right? In a different dimension. We're seeing ourselves in a different way that we could never possibly seen any other way besides virtually. But that's another science. But that's, whatever you're doing, you're making a powerful move doing it. Keeping away from trouble is one of them. I see that for someone. Dodging bullets, so to speak. Literally, probably. And it says, you are a mighty co-creator with the universe. So step into that power and see your intentions manifest in the world. Real positive change is possible when you make choices from an authentic sense of self and take a conscious step towards your dreams. To take steps towards your intended experience, start first with the way you think. Let curiosity be the focus now, and display a willingness to discover new things instead of confirming your past expectations. Be open, be clear about your motives and desires, and set your intention. Then step into the magic, just waiting for you to claim it. Traveling, moving, flowing, flying, whatever describes the changes in your life, know that these are called for now. Act with thoughtfulness and awareness, and remember to be true to yourself. What is called for now is doing the thing that needs to be done. All will be better than well. What an exciting time it is indeed. So, this mystery, this unknown thing, this puzzle maybe, this illusion, the confusion, something's in your mind. But this reading is going to give you a key to unlocking that. Because we have beautiful uncaging. See? Here's the lock. Here's the key. Lock and key. Roll with me on this. Okay? And then I'm going to let you go. So, number 14. Wow. I told you about this lock and key before I showed you this lock and key. Wow. Now ain't that a mystery? I don't make this stuff up. It just happens that way. So, I'm going to tell you about this beautiful uncaging that's happening. Number 14. January 4th could be significant, which is a month ago today. Something may have happened. I'm getting this patchouli weave, ladies. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Had a Beyonce moment, I guess. Here we go. Number 14. It says, at this time, you're being called to assess where guilt is playing a part in your life. Recognize how it's affecting you and others and address it so that you can release yourself from its grip. Guilt is a powerful emotional state capable of transforming difficult situations. It keeps you accountable for your actions when you've done something that causes harm. However, it can also feed a self-sabotaging cycle that fosters codependency and a distorted sense of personal power. Self-blame can lead to behavior that perpetuate low self-worth. Have you done or said something for which you need to make amends? Have you disregarded a boundary or broken a promise? Guilt can make you aware of potential ways you have given injury and show how to redress the transgression. When you sincerely admit you are wrong and begin the process to fix it, this is an act of accountability, responsibility, and liberation. And that's something that is underestimated in a lot of people. It says, take a moment now to consider when you have harmed others or yourself. This knowledge will free you from the story you tell I'm sorry. Wow, freedom. Today's culture of freedom. So when I hit that word freedom, that's when my words start to tumble. So let me start that again. It says, this knowledge will free you from the story you tell about it so you're able to connect with truthful remorse. Now is the time for rigorous honesty as you take a self-inventory with a neutral state of mind. A good question to ask yourself now is why the guilt is there. You might be taking on a burden that is not even yours to carry. Pay attention, take action, and uncage yourself from the prison of your own making. So only you possess this key. That's uncaging your beautiful heart. Um, you didn't go through what you go through just to go through. It's all for a purpose. So I'm going to pull Mystic Monday cards, and I'll let you go. Let's see what we have. Okay, I just let that fall. I'm going to see what's at the bottom of the deck before I turn that card over. See, you see, I don't know what it is. Y'all see it just fall there. I don't know what it is. But we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. I'm going to read that card before I read that card. So, Queen of Wands, reverse. It says, watch out. When the Queen of Wands reverse don't get her way, there sure will be hell to pay. Wow. Somebody got like that. Wow. It says, high demands can stoke huge fires, creating an air of aggression and animosity. Selfish motives can lead to manipulative antics, just so that she can win the game. This could also speak to a time of total loss of confidence in your authenticity. I had posted something on Facebook about today's Supreme Mathematics, which is Cultural Freedom. And it was talking about what this is talking about. I was talking about the authenticity of my Black history. Wow. And I used the word key in that post. But anyway, back to what I was saying. It says, the fire and spark that used to inspire you have dimmed, and you have temporarily lost your power and identity. You're uncomfortable in the spotlight and avoid any attention, feeling self-conscious when it is thrown your way. Take a moment to remember where your passions lie and connect back to your authentic voice. She wants to be heard, she or he or whoever. Your voice needs to be heard, wants to be heard, has to be heard. It says your fire is the fuel of your essence. Return to your truth with integrity, grace, and ease. Wow. Because you've been going through some type of heartache, heartbreak. But your heart is so beautiful that it needs to be uncaged. These knives are coming up out of it. And you have the key. And that key is to let people go that are no longer serving you, that has caused you this heartache, heartbreak. Were you holding on to them for hope and wishing they'll change? They won't unless they choose to. And if they haven't by now, they probably won't. Not in your energy anyway. But anyway, with that being said, I'm going to tell you about this Three of Swords. Somebody's Three of Swords are sliding up out of your heart right now. Because you've been through heartbreak and rejection and the pain of it all, right? But now it's time to release that pain and heal the heart. That's where the beautiful occasion come up. And then there's a card here. Healing the heart. I don't make this stuff up. Look, I just pull the cards and read them. But ultimately, I'm going to tell you, wow, yesterday's date was 23. I mean, not 23, but February 3rd. And we have the 23 up here. So something significant may have broken your heart yesterday, or something has healed your heart since yesterday. But it says, broken heart mend with time. You've given yourself a period to mourn your losses, and you are now ready to let go and move on. The swords are sliding out of your broken heart, releasing you from your prison of pain, from numbness to heartache. Your roller coaster of emotions is at the end of the ride, giving you freedom, cultural freedom today, giving you freedom to look forward with hope and deeper understanding. Yesterday was understanding the third. 3 is understanding supreme mathematics of your needs and wants. The past still lingers in the shadows of your periphery, haunting your memories with pangs of remorse for what once was. Forgiveness to yourself and those who hurt you will cleanse you and your soul of sadness, so that eventually you can make room for joy once again. Healing is a process, so be proud of yourself for all the work that you've done to be in a place to move on. All right, I'm going to tell you what this healing of the heart card says to you. And then I'm done for real, right? Because there is a win-win situation in the forecast. Outcome, you're going to win in this outcome, whatever you're going through. Full moon in Libra. Healing the heart. Let me get to that. As soon as I find my book. Got it. Number 23. Oh my gosh, 23. That's for somebody I know. Wow. Anyway, this is for you. When you are wounded emotionally, you need time to regroup and find your center. You may have recently endured a breakup or betrayal, lost someone close to you, or lost an affliction that you gave too much power to. Perhaps you're watching someone go through a difficult time and feel bad that you can't help them. Maybe you're still not over a past disagreement. No matter the cause of this heartache, deep healing is called for. This happens on its own timetable and can never be rushed. The path of healing the heart center is reciprocity, the flow of giving and receiving. Sometimes wounding occurs because we become too dependent on another, and this is accompanied by the desire to manipulate or control an outcome. Both wounding and healing usually begin within, not from the outer conditions of our lives. We often believe we can be wounded only by others, but we do more damage to ourselves in the self-sabotaging way we think and behave. It is important to take steps to heal yourself and become willing to release the pain of the past, which can be tempting to revisit. It's time to take responsibility for your part in this healing journey. Look for ways you can help yourself and others. Are you willing to make amends if needed, or conversely accept someone where they are without trying to influence their growth process? Healing the heart in all aspects is your priority now. Nothing else matters. Only beauty and goodness will come as the result. And when it said nothing else matters, I thought of D'Angelo and Lauryn Hill. Nothing even matters at all. In the end, nothing is going to matter. Just how you lived your life. The things you did, said, thought. How you treated people, how you treated yourself. How you treated nature, how you treated the universe. Everything's connected to your energy. And my energy. And now my energy is connected to your energy. And your energy is connected to the universe. As well as mine. So with that being said, I'm going to leave y'all on this note. Stay peaced up. I'm out.